Hi. Hi, guys. I'm about 4 minutes late because I had an aperitivo with a friend and hope you're going to join me. So it's Amanda here from Italy, as I do every Wednesday and Friday. I have a live from Italy covering my review of a particular house. And tonight, you'll be happy to know we're covering PASCAL MORABITO here from Italy. PASCAL MORABITO has been a perfume line that I have enjoyed and love and have lots of. So I'm going to show you my collection soon. We're going to get closer to it and we're going to do it together. So I would love you, if you haven't already and you're new here, my name is Amanda and I have a live from Italy every Wednesday and Friday. Tonight is Wednesday, we're ready to go. And yeah, we're covering PASCAL MORABITO, a very affordable line of perfumes. If you're joining us live, I always have a live audience. Please just write your name down in the box so I can acknowledge you and see who's here, who's joining us. And if you're still joining, Mira's here. Hi, Mira. So lovely to see you. I went out for an aperitivo with some friends, which I haven't done for a long time because of COVID. So here I am, I'm ready to go. And we had a lovely evening together out in the cafe. And so here I am. So this light is super hot. So I'm going to see if I can, maybe get rid of it a little bit so it's not so hot because it's making me pretty hot. Mira, it's lovely to have you. And in fact, for those of you watching who are going to join us now, or who will watch this back later, Mira was the one who asked me if I could cover PASCAL MORABITO. Wonderful. Both of us know the line quite well, but I started buying PASCAL MORABITO when lockdown first happened, and I love the line, and there's a lot of scope in the line from very affordable, well, they're all affordable, but there's some sort of more vintagey perfumes that I've got that many people probably have never tried. So many of you will probably know PASCAL MORABITO. You've probably tried them, you probably know about them. Maybe you've tried, I don't know, some of them, this line here. Maybe you know the white because I've reviewed it a few times. But tonight we're going to cover them all. There's this whole collection here of PASCAL MORABITO, some vintage PASCAL MORABITO, and I'm going to do what I did with the Trussardi edition. I'm going to start with the history of PASCAL MORABITO. So just some housekeeping before we start. Please like the video. Do it now. Go there and press that like. It means a lot to me. And quite often, sometimes we have, 100 views and we have 3 likes just because people forget. Like right now. Go there and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know what's upcoming. I've got amazing reviews upcoming in the next Wednesdays and Fridays. We've got some incense perfumes, some iris perfumes, and some autumn perfumes to prepare for autumn. So there we are. So here we are. I'm in Italy. It's as hot as a lizard's belly in the desert, as I always say. And I'm happy to be here, happy to be recording this edition of PASCAL MORABITO. So let's get right to it. And I've got notes, I bring notes. As they say in the ghetto, I've got receipts. So yeah, I've got all my notes that I've done. And I'm going to be referring to them just for the notes, but we're going to talk about these amazing perfumes. So let's start with who is PASCAL MORABITO. He's very much alive and very much still a great influence on the style scene, on the architectural scene. He's built many beautiful hotels, luxury, beautiful, relaxing hotels. So he's an architect, he's a designer, he's a sculptor. He was a jeweler. He still is a jeweler, but he started as a jeweler and segued into sculpturing. He's done everything. He's a man of action. He sells luxury goods, luggage, and these beautiful perfumes. So one of the things, and he has his art villas. If you go and put him into Google, you'll see that he has art villas around the world. Mira. So there we are. So basically, his name comes from Italian lineage. He was born in 1945 in Nice, in France. But I think his mother or his father, one of the two, perhaps his father, the name Morabito comes from Italy, but I think maybe one or two generations back he was Italian. Half Italian. So he has 68 perfumes. There could be more, but 68 that I can track down. That's quite a lot. Hi, Mrs. Williams. Hi. Hi from America. Hi, lovely to have you. So, yeah, we're just covering who is PASCAL Morabito. So he has this luxury line. He's an architect. He has art villas. He designs beautiful hotels. He's a sculptor. He's a jeweler. And he makes this beautiful line of perfumes using some of the top noses. Now, just because these perfumes are affordable doesn't mean that they aren't using the top perfumers in the world, because they are. These perfumes are based out of Paris. And I have to tell you that the quality that I see, both in the actual bottles and packaging and the actual perfume itself, are exceptional. Exceptional. And we're going to cover them tonight. And you may be going to tell me, if you want to, in the comments, what your favorites are, what you've tried. So I'm going to start right in. So from 1980 to 2020 is the scope of these perfumes. So one of the ones I will cover tonight is a vintage from 1998, and I'm very proud of that vintage, and it's not easily found, so I'm going to cover that, as I did with the Trussardi edition. But we're going to also cover stuff that you can buy that's so great and for every season. There's a PASCAL Morabito perfume for you for every season. Excuse me if I use my fan, because I really need it here in Italy. It's rather hot. So great. I don't know how hot it is. My favorite so far is Sultan Noir. I'm going to cover it. Okay. So the first perfumes I ever got is the line called Perle. So some of you have seen Perle, so I'm going to line them up here. So these, I would say that these, I have 6 of the Perle line, and these were the first 4 that I ever bought during lockdown. This was on a special. You won't even believe how much I paid for these. I adore these perfumes so much. This was my discovery. So there were 4, and I had the white one, which is part of this line, the Perle line. This is Perle, Pure Perle. This is Perle Dargent, which is my most recent. This is Perle Vert, which is a lovely green cardamom, lovely gourmet perfume. And this is Perle Precieuse, meaning precious pearl, which is a lovely fresh pink rosy thing. But I'm going to give you all the notes. So if you can see these all lined up here, let me see if I can push that down for you. So this is the Perle line, and it's big. I have 6 of them. Probably don't have enough space to, maybe if I push this back, yeah, maybe, okay, there you could probably see them better. And then there's also the black one, the Perle de Nuit, which is quite similar to Coco Noir. So there we are. Can you see them? All my 6. This is the Perle line, and this is how I started with PASCAL Morabito. So now I'm going to show you each one individually, and we're going to talk about the notes, and it's going to be great. I'm super excited. So let's start with the first one. The first one is called Perle Precieuse. This is it. For those of you who know it, I'm looking to purchase the white one, yeah, because I've done lots of reviews on the white one in my white edition. I'll hook that up for you. It's a gourmand, and I'm going to cover it. It's quite sweet and ice creamy, but I've covered it quite a lot in my reviews, and I think a lot of people are interested in it. So let's start with Perle Precieuse. This is a gorgeous, 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 for me, a kind of spring summer perfume, but I guess you could use it anytime. And if you don't mind, I'm going to refer to my notes just so that I can not forget any notes, because people want to know the notes in these perfumes. That's why I do this, because I can tell you, well, I like it because it's fresh and sunny and happy, but it doesn't help you much. So anyway, Pearl Precieuse. So basically, this is Corinne Kraken. And if you want to know who the nose was on nearly all this Pearl line, which has beautiful bottles, can't go wrong, so affordable. Most of them were actually Corinne Kraken's work. If she didn't actually directly do it, she was part of the team. So there we are. So basically, what does it have in it? So it has a rhubarb note on the top, which I love. I love rhubarb. Pear, that lovely juicy pear, and mandarin. That's the top. And then in the middle, a lovely rose, a beautiful rose, tuberose and water lily. Water lily gives it a lovely fresh watery note, really pretty. And then on the base of Pearl Precieuse is musk and vanilla, which sweetens the whole thing and gives it a bit of length and a bit of durability. It's completely office safe. If you're wondering, can I wear this to the office? I'm not sure at what point this will focus, but probably if I go back and bring it forward, it might be better. It's a very pale, literally a touch of pink. It's almost clear, but just a smidgen of pink, and it's completely office safe. It's absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of Luminaire Rose of Grey. If you know Grey, I've covered them before, and we're going to do another Grey edition. It's quite similar to Grey Luminaire, that lovely juicy great rose. It's also similar to Incidence and Malachite of Banana Republic, if any of you know those. So that's Pearl Precieuse. That's one of the Pearl line. The second one, which I adore, is the green top one, and this is called Perle Verte, green pearl, in other words. And Pearle Verte is a chypre. You know I love chypre. It's unisex. I mean, I don't know. I'm quite sure it is unisex. I find it quite feminine. But, you know, anybody can wear whatever they like, and it is on the green side. So what it has on the top is cardamom, which I love. Cardamom is used a lot in Indian desserts and Indian cooking, and it's a lovely, lovely, very particular spice. And then it has mandarin and cassis on the top. So that's lovely and juicy. And then in the middle, tuberose lily, beautiful lily, yang lang, orange blossom. Now, I've spoken last week about orange blossom and what it does in a fragrance. Orange blossom imparts this happy, very beautiful white flower note that's not too heady, that's just lovely and beautiful, juicy. Okay, so it has that. And then on the base notes, we've got sandalwood. Sandalwood's great. It's quite often office safe. And cloves. Now, I love the combination of cloves with flowers. So rose with cloves, quite a few of my roses. Those of you who've watched my edition about the top 10 roses and some very exceptional roses, I'll hook up the videos so you can go watch them. I love cloves and flowers, and particularly cloves and rose. So there's a touch of cloves in here. It's not overpowering, but it's there. And musk and patchouli. I adore this. It's called Perle Vert. Lovely in springs, lovely in summer. It's just lovely. I adore it. Okay, so that's one of my first ever acquisitions. And then there's this one, which is called Perle d'Argent. And Perle d'Argent was the last one I got. These two are kind of sisters. If you see, they have the sort of disc here. One is gold and one is silver. So this is more silver, this is more gold. This is much more citrusy and heady and honey notes. And this has iris and rose, a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So let's look at the notes of Perle d'Argent. I don't know if any of you have had it. It's one of the hardest to find of this line. For some reason it's rare. I don't know why, but I have some on my eBay if any of you are looking and you're in Europe. Anyway, so Perle d'Argent is a chypre. It's floral, warm, spicy, earthy. Love it. On the top, bergamot and patchouli. In the middle, sandalwood, that lovely, beautiful note that's office safe. Iris and rose. This is completely office safe and is but beautiful and nice and long lasting. And then on the end notes, on the base notes, it's got vanilla and plum. Now I'm talking to you, the Perfume Nest, my dear friend Chris in America, who loves plum notes, and I think you'll love this. Chris actually bought the white one on my recommendation. It's a nice ice cream rose. I'm going to cover that next. And I think Perle d'Argent, Chris, you would love. So there we are. That's lovely. And now we're going to go to the white one. It's a beautiful, all the bottles are beautiful. It's almost like porcelain. It's a heavy white glass. This is pure pearl. Maybe that light's taking away some of the label for you. But anyway, pure pearl. Let's look at the notes. Okay, pure pearl is an amber floral. It's a gourmand, as I mentioned before. It's got on the top notes pear blossom, bergamot, because you need a bit of citrus, of course. And then in the middle, it has lovely white flowers. So it has gardenia, but it's not super heady. It's quite in balance. So it's got gardenia and it's got heliotrope. And then on the base, it's got tonka, that lovely rich tonka that gives the ice cream note, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. It's a gorgeous fragrance. It is a gourmand. And if you go and look at my gourmand video, which I will also hook up the top there, which I did, I cover some of my top 10 gourmands, and this is in it. So there we are. For those of you who said you're interested in the white one, there we are. All of these are super affordable. They're about €15. You can improve the lasting power, and as I've covered in previous videos, you can go and look at my making your perfume last longer. You can layer them with musk, but this has musk in it and it's pretty long lasting. I don't think you need to extend this. This lasts pretty long. In fact, most of these do. So does this. I took this on holiday and it's got a lovely citrus note and honey notes, and it lasts. They last. Okay, they don't overpower. I mean, if you're paying €15 for these perfumes, and 3 or 4 hours for me is good. You can spray. You can keep a little atomizer in your bag. Okay, so let's cover this one. So we've covered the other. So this is Perle Royale. This one is the Argent, and this is its sister Perle Royale. And what does Perle Royale have in the notes? So Perle Royale in the notes it's a floral fruity gourmand, also a gourmand. It has on the top orange blossom, LME, which is quite a citrusy note, tangerine, so it's got a lot of citrus on the top. And then the sweetness comes in. So in the middle, it's got plum. Are you listening, Chris? It's got plum, jasmine, and iris. Very pretty. And then on the base, and this is where the gourmand comes in, it's got praline, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. So what is this similar to? For those of you who want to know, this is very similar to La Vie est Belle. Lots of people like the sweetness of La Vie est Belle. Everybody who's ever watched me knows what I feel about sweetness and modern perfumes and how they all smell the same. It smells like Argent Provocateur a little bit. It smells like Flower Bomb, Victor and Ralph. It's like Miss Dior 2012. So that's comparable notes there. And then we get to the black one, which I know that Mira has bought, right, Mira? Okay. So Mira's just said, okay, you've just sold me on the white one as well. I think I should be getting a commission from PASCAL MORABITO, my goodness. Anyway, here we go. I love sharing perfumes and what works. I do a lot of research, as you can see. I don't just blindly, I blind bought all of these, but I did my research before. I know what I want, and I've really found something that I thought, oh God, why did I buy that? So do your research and watch my videos and I'll do the research for you. Okay, great. So now we're going to get to Perle de Noir. Okay. So this is a lovely rose. I bought this, by the way, because it wasn't in my original 5. The original 5, as I mentioned to you, which I got for some ridiculous price. I think I paid, I can't even remember, I think €8 for each of them on a special deal. I knew nothing about them. I bought them blind. But then I added this one because of the rose. And I have a huge collection of rose perfumes, as you know. And I'll be doing more rose updates, but you can go and look at my back videos that are already in my list. If you subscribe, they'll come up automatically. And so Perle de Noir. So I bought it because I wanted a rose. So on the top note, it has, of course, rose and fruity notes. So it's got a lovely, quite a melancholic rose. And then in the middle, it's got tonka bean and geranium. So the geranium gives that spicy note to the rose. Often geranium and rose are bed partners. In perfume. And then the base is amber, patchouli, and vanilla. So this is a gorgeous fragrance. It's quite long lasting. Look, I don't expect 7 hours out of these, but I sometimes get it. You know, sometimes in the morning after I can still smell it. And as I mentioned, if you want to even, I adore the black one, is really amazing for the price. I can't believe it. I agree. So what is this similar to? Because I know you're going to ask me, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to save you money. I have a budget. Those of you who watch me know that I love affordable perfumes. I don't believe you have to spend 400 or 500 euro to buy niches to get the same effect and have a perfume that doesn't last. You can get this. So this is quite similar to Coco Noir. So those of you who like Coco Noir from Chanel, this is quite similar. And also Midnight Poison of Dior. So those are the similarities. The other one that I didn't cover in terms of the similarities of these is perhaps the Pure Pearl, if you want a comparison. The white one, La Mia Perla from La Perla. La Perla is the Italian line, and La Mia Perla is similar. And also, what have I put here? Mona Mas di Oreo is also similar, okay? And if I just want to give you maybe some comparison of the Pearl Precieuse, it's similar, I told you, to Malachite from Banana Republic, and also Luminaire Rose from Grèce. The green one is quite similar to Sisley Sour de Lune, which is a beautiful perfume. And this is a fraction of the price. It's similar to Cabotine, if you love Cabotine. It's similar to Chanel 19 and Tendre Poison Poudre also. So all beautiful, beautiful, expensive perfumes. And you could have these. They weren't designed as dupes. They were designed as they're in the right, but they do the same job for a lot less money. So that's the Pearl line. So I'm going to put these back so that I can move on to some others. How are you enjoying so far? So I've already heard from Mira that she loves the white, which she's about to buy, and she already has the black. And you'll find that this whole line, I have 6 of them, are stunning. Now I'm going to move on to 2 others that are in the Oriental line. Like most perfumers, PASCAL MORABITO has different lines, and this is the Oriental line. Okay, so there are actually 3 here. There's a D'Or, which is a gold, and then there's the Noir, this one, and then there's the Rose. Okay, so let's start with the Rose. We'll go from lightest to strongest. So this one is a very, very, very pretty rose it's just called Rose in this beautiful faceted bottle. The bottles are always so beautiful. It has this gorgeous gold rim with the top almost like a turban from, from an Oriental perspective. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous bottle. I just want to cuddle it always. And it's got this lovely very light pink touch rose. So I fell in love with this rose, and as you see, I've made quite a dent in it. I keep spraying it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, juicy, romantic, lovely rose. I just adore this thing. I'm going to spray some on now just because I love it so much. And it's office safe. You could wear it anywhere, for a date night, to go on a picnic, for a wedding. Gorgeous for a wedding, for the mother of the bride, for the guests, for everybody. It's absolutely gorgeous. The rose and the gold are so hard to find. Yes, I know. But they're hard to find because people have caught on to them, and I've been talking about them for about a year now. Okay, So they're still affordable. I found these on Amazon and they're still affordable. You just have to do some searching, Mia. Okay, let me tell you the notes of the rose. So this is almost super close, if not identical, to Cafe Rose by Tom Ford. So those of you who love Cafe Rose by Tom Ford, this is a super, it wasn't designed as a dupe, but it has all the same beauty. I don't get a strong coffee here, but that's fine for me because I'm not crazy about coffee and perfume. If I want a coffee, I can have a coffee. I don't really want it in my perfume. But the rose is beautiful, and it is often compared on many sites, including Fragantina, to Tom Ford Cafe Rose. So let me just read this one for you. Let me read you the notes. Let me just find it. Okay, Sultan Rose, this is it. The top note is coffee and tangerine. So it's got this lovely juicy tangerine on the binning, which I adore. And then in the middle, rose, saffron. Saffron's a lovely note with the rose. Rose, saffron, musk, and iris. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. You won't be sorry. Trust me. And then the base notes are patchouli, which gives it lovely romance, amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. It's got staying power, but it's light, it's fresh. You will fall in love with this rose. It's part of my rose collection, and I've covered it under my roses before, but I'm covering it tonight under PASCAL MORABITO. It's part of the Sultan line. Okay, and now we move to Sultan Noir, as Mira mentioned. Became very popular because, as you know, and I've spoken about this in other videos, which you can go and check up on, in other rose videos where we cover oud or oud, whichever way you want to say it. This is oud. This is an oud bomb, but it's beautifully balanced. I just love the bottles. I agree. Beautifully made with this lovely embossed gold ring with the name of PASCAL MORABITO, and then these turban caps. The bottles are all faceted. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, and there's a gold one, as I mentioned, the Sultan Noir. That's another one I don't have. I have these two, but there are others. Anyway, let's get back to this noir that's become quite popular. So it has oud in it. If you like oud, this is your stripe. It's very popular because it's quite similar to some very expensive niche oud perfumes. So here we are. Let me tell you the notes. So Sultan Noir has on the top incense and apple. I'm doing an upcoming incense with my top 10 incense perfumes. Chris, I know you also like incense, so this is one. So it has on the top incense and apple. Quite simple. Incense and apple. There's that lovely apple and then the incense. And then on the middle, cinnamon, agarwood or oud, iris. And then on the base notes, leather. It's got a beautiful leather note. I'm actually wearing my leather top today was made for me in Italy with this. This is not lace. This is all sewn with leather pieces. I rather love it. Haven't worn it yet because it's an autumn winter thing, but I put it on tonight because we went out for aperitivo. So that was all lovely. So yeah, I'm wearing that. So leather. It has leather, it has vanilla and amberwood. So this is got staying power, and this is for me a nighttime fragrance, a date fragrance. It's gorgeous. If you like oud and you like the incense note, can't go wrong. Again, super affordable. What is it similar to? Because you know I'm going to tell you. That's my job. That's my job. That's my role, is to tell you how you can save money. Here I am. Okay, let's look. What is it similar to? It's similar to Mancera red tobacco. So if you like Mancera fragrances and you like red tobacco, save yourself a couple of $100. It's similar to Reminiscence Tonka. If you like Tonka bean, Reminiscence Tonka, it's similar. And it's similar to Habdan Marley perfume. So the Marley perfumes are another niche line that are very expensive, and this is similar to Habdan. So there we are. You've got a whole bunch of choices there Ah, Kim says, thanks for helping me save money. It's what gets me up in the morning, Kim. I learned that if I wanted to collect perfumes, I don't have a big purse. I'm not just going to go out willy-nilly and buy. I did a lot of research to find out how I could get fragrances that are made by top perfumers, but just don't have that big niche tag, price tag to them. So there. So that's the Sultan line that I've covered for you. Okay. Great. And now we're moving on to two lovely vintages. Now these, Mira, you mentioned that maybe the Sultan line is a bit harder to find, but you can find them. I did. So then we go on to two vintages. So this is the rose. Again, I was looking for a different rose. This has a wonderful top that almost looks like a flying saucer, but this is, these are urns that precious ointments and perfumes would have been stored in the past in many countries. And Nagada is a civilization that has faded away, but it was a Oriental civilization. That's where the name comes from. So this is the rose with this sort of pinky apricot frosted glass. And I'm going to open this beautiful box. Let me see if I can get this light to not kill you, and you can see the label. Okay, and this is the Nagada. This was the first eau de parfum that they put out under the Nagada line in these beautiful flacons that represent urns, ointment urns. And this is a absolutely beautiful chypre. When I put my nose to this, oh my God, I could literally drink this or bath in it. I love it so much. It's a chypre like they don't make anymore. So it's not just sweet and sweet and sweet. This is unbelievable. 1993, so it's again one of my vintage. As you know, my name is Italy Vintage Perfumes. So this is a vintage from PASCAL MORABITO in his beginnings. 1993, let me tell you the notes. It's exquisite. So there are three in this line. There's the Fabe, there's this one called just simply Nagada, and then there's the Rose Nagada. So there we are. Let me give you the notes on this. So Nagada 1993. It's an amber floral, but it's a chypre, of course. It has in it mandarin, cassis, Artemis, which I love, Artemis, Davana. If you don't know what Davana is, you quite often see it. It's what they call the night lily or the night rose, and it's part of the Artemisia family, and it imparts a beautiful, mysterious note. So it has that from grass, obviously. And on the middle, it has clove, rose, and my favorite, lily of the valley. I love lily of the valley. It has jasmine, and then the base notes, lots of notes. It has vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, tonka, peach, lovely peach, and vanilla, and it's gorgeous. What can I say? White musk. It's got white musk to give it length. And this is, it's got a bit of tobacco, but very subtle. It's hard to pick up. Tiny tobacco note. And this is similar to my signature perfume that I wore for many years, Aromatics Elixir. It's less strong. When I say it's less strong, it has the same heady flowers and herbs and artemisia, but it's just a little bit more subtle than Aromatics Elixir. But for the price that you pay, my goodness gracious me, what a gorgeous fragrance. I cannot stop sniffing this because it is unbelievable. Oh, I love it. Anyway, those two. These are called the Nagada line. Show you the box again just so you can see. And if you like, I'll just give you a little bit of a read. Nagada, that particular period of civilization, covers the major part of the, I think, the 5th millennium BC, and bears the name of a site in Egypt where these vases kept precious ointments and perfumes. So it is part of the pyramids dynasty when the pyramids were made. It comes in a big box like that, in this beautiful, beautiful lid with PASCAL MORABITO all over it. So there were. So I bet you haven't seen these two before, or have you, ladies? Come on, tell me. Ah, have you seen these? Mira, before these urns. I suppose you would call them jars or urns. And they have a lovely frosted glass. That's the rose. That's the... Oh, unbelievable. Okay, moving on. Before we go away from the more oriental-y things, I've covered this once before under roses, and I'm going to talk to you now. This is a unisex, but it's quite masculine. I think it's on the masculine side, but it is literally like a gold brick. The bottle is absolutely exquisite. It is heavy glass, but you can see, I mean, this reflects as if it's a searchlight. It's a heavy gold bottle, comes in that box, and it's called Gold Edition Oud by PASCAL MORABITO, if you can see that. So this is stunning. This also came to me because I was looking for a Rose Oud. And I'm very careful with my Rose Ouds. There's a lot of niche Rose Ouds around, and the Oud is either overpowering or the rose doesn't exist. We all know that rose is in almost all perfume, and quite often with these niche perfume, a claim is made that the rose is exquisite, that the rose is like no other, and you can't find the rose. When you spray this perfume, it has no staying power and there's no rose. And I think to myself, why would you spend €400 to take a chance and there's no rose? So I bought this for the rose element and the oud. It's an Oriental rose oud. It's in their male line, but you know, these days people wear perfumes independently. The gold oud really smells like niche. It really does smell like niche. You're right. Mira obviously has this. Honestly, if you were to take any of the ouds, I'm not going to mention names, you know them, the famous ones that cost €400 that are hitting the market. Oh, this is so exquisite. I'm just smelling it like this because I don't want to spray the top note, and I can just smell it like this. It's so stunning. It's a beautiful, beautiful perfume, and I think I paid €25 for this. Stunning. For your husband, for a gift, for your boyfriend, for your lover, whatever persuasion, whatever sex you are, it doesn't really matter. You can wear whatever you like. The days of just male and perfume, female, wow, you can choose. Anybody can wear anything. And this is gorgeous. I recommend it highly. For those of you who like oud, I know that Richard was here last week and mentioned he liked oud. So there we are. And it will be great to test on your boyfriend, husband. Lovely gift. Lovely gift. Okay. So there's that one. And then we go to these two beauties. I'm going to take the box for you. So before we move on to these two, I want to give you the notes of the gold edition. So let me have a look. So gold edition and what it's similar to, it's comparables as I did for the others. So the gold edition is Rose Oud, an amber Rose Oud. On the top it has rose, a really beautiful rose with quality natural ingredients, not an artificial rose. Then on the middle it has agar wood, which is oud, cedar, beautiful, patchouli, sandalwood, and then the base notes are incense, here's the incense again, and saffron. It is a gorgeous fragrance. I wouldn't want to be without it, this gold edition. Okay, I wouldn't want to be without it. See if you can find it. Maybe you'll be lucky. Okay, what is it similar to? It's like Haute Ispahan from Dior. So if you like Ispahan Dior, which costs, I don't know, an arm and a leg, that's a wonderful. And all the other ouds that are running around at the moment. Okay, so we covered that. And the rose the urn is a very pretty rose. I covered it for you. It just has these gorgeous notes, and it's very, very, very unusual rose. Not heavy Oriental, doesn't have any oud in it, but it's very beautiful. Okay, so there we are. So now we're going to move on to these. These are what is called the Blossom line. It's light, it's fun, it's nice for spring. This is a great date night, although it's probably on the sweet side for me. I got it because I liked the notes in it, and it was super reasonable, and I got a two for one. I already knew that I loved this because it has iris in it, and so I got 2. So aren't they beautiful? Look at the gorgeous crystal Swarovski lids that shine like a diamond. And heavy bottles, beautiful bottles, no plastic and nonsense. Wonderful perfumes made in Paris by top perfumers. As I mentioned, Corinne Kraken has a lot to do with it, but there are many other top perfumers who've worked for PASCAL MORABITO and continue to work for him. Okay, so let's cover these 2. So the first one's going to be this one, and it's called Blossom Delight. I think there are 4 in this line. You can go and have a look. Blossom Delight, it just kind of hits you in the heart. It's like it's a happy perfume. It's like the sun coming out after a week of rain. It's so pretty. It's office safe. I just spray it all over myself. Winter, summer, spring, whatever. It's gorgeous. If I'm going out and I just want to feel feminine and happy. Oh, I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. What is it? It's juicy. What does it have in it? I mean, it probably won't last for 4 hours, but you can keep a little atomizer for this price. I think I paid €12. Ridiculous for this quality. So this gorgeous Blossom Delight, let me tell you the notes. So on the top, it's got jasmine. So it's got that lovely, pretty jasmine. And then on the middle, tuberose and iris. I love an iris that's beautifully blended. And this is beautifully blended with the tuberose. The tuberose doesn't shout. It's beautifully blended. And then it has musk and a little bit of white flowers, which are part of the tuberose. It's luminous, feminine, office safe, and of course, will be in my iris edition. When I do my iris edition, I adore it. Okay. What is it similar to? It is similar to Gucci Bloom. If you normally buy Gucci Bloom, give this a try. It's beautiful. And it's also similar to Michael by Michael Kors. So there we are. It's my mission, saving you money on your perfume. And then we have a beautiful sort of Bordeaux bottle, which is heavy glass with this lovely top in the same line called Beautiful Girl. And Beautiful Girl is much sweeter and much headier, but I've grown to love this. When I first took a little spray of it on its first day when it arrived, I thought, oh, this is so sweet, and I'm not into sweet. But it's grown on me. Let me tell you what it has. It's really pretty. And for the price, you'd go a long way to find something so lovely. So Beautiful Girl has got orange and mandarin on the top. And then it's got sweet notes, obviously. And then it's got red fruits and black currants. And that's where, obviously, this color comes from. It's got red fruits, black currants. If you like those kind of astringent berries, very nice. It's got musk and oak moss. So it's got a bit of length and it's got some balance. And it's got lychee, tiny touch of lychee, I think. What is it similar to? This very reasonably priced perfume that you're going to fall in love with. I know you will. It's like Coco Mademoiselle. So if you like Coco Mademoiselle and you don't feel like spending, I don't know, hundreds of whatevers on Coco, this is very good. Okay, lovely. So I've been talking a while. Let me have a sip of water. Let me hear from you, my beautiful audience. So the bottle is that. Blossom Delight comes like that, and Beautiful Girl comes in those boxes, if you're wondering. And so we've covered quite a lot of perfumes. So I have to tell you that somebody asked me the other day, one of those questions, that if your house was burning or a meteorite dropped on your house, which perfumes would you run to save? And so it's a kind of double question. So the question is, and I'm asking you, and don't leave it in the comments now. Go and leave me a message when you watch this back, when you watch it back, and let me know which perfumes you want to try, which interested you, and answer this question. And the question is, if a meteor dropped on your house, or your house is burning down, and you could only save let's say 10 perfumes in a bag, I would say that if I had to just choose one perfume house for the rest of my life, it would be a toss-up between Pascal Morabito or Grey. Grey also has such length, such diverse, from the Cabotin range, the Gold range, you know, Madame Grey's beautiful perfumes, also from Paris, also quality and very affordable. And the other one is Pascal Morabito, because I'm confident that if I was on a desert island or I was stranded in the middle of nowhere for the rest of my life and I could only use one perfume house, everything I would want to do with perfumes, date nights, romantic nights, cuddle nights, cozy nights, cold weather, comfort perfume, sexy whatever you wanted is covered by Pascal Morabito. So that's the best review I could give of them. I find them to be very versatile, and to be honest with you, for the price that they offer, Mira says she never thought about it. Good. I'm glad I got you to think about that. So there they are. That's the beautiful line of the pearl ones that I covered from you. The 6 different pearl ones. The black, the white. Let me remind you. The pink pearl precieuse. The green pearl Vert. The Dargent. Pearl Argent. And then pearl Royale. The 6 are gorgeous. I mean, they'll cover every mood that you have. And then we have the 2 gorgeous Nagada, beautiful urns, vases that kept precious perfume. This one is vintage 1993, and this one's about the same period. This is the rose. That's the lovely Chypre that I told you. Oh, I could climb inside. And then the lovely gold edition masculine or unisex, whichever, the Rose Oud. And then the 2 sultans, the beautiful Rose and the beautiful Noir. You can't go wrong. What more do you need? And the blossoms for happy spring days or date night if you like a bit of romantic sweet. So aren't they cute? So there we are. So I've covered those for you. And I've given you a bit of history of who Pascal Morabito is. And I obviously want you to give me a like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to find. If you're having a problem looking for it, maybe I can help. And also I want to remind you that we're running a competition. I'm growing my channel, and slowly but surely, the subscriptions are kicking in. I just started again, so I'm so happy for all of you who join me. I'm so happy to share these evenings with you guys. It's a complete joy to me. It keeps us cheerful in times of COVID, because my goodness, do we need to keep happy? Do we need to be comforted and keep our moods happy? And perfume's a wonderful way to do that. So this is a gorgeous book by Neil Chapman on how to choose your signature perfume. Cannot recommend it enough. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what more I can say about it that I haven't already said, but that you need it. And I have, in my quiet moments, just looked through some chapters. It has all the flowers, all the roses, all the wonderful things that you could do with it. It's absolutely fabulous. So that is the giveaway for the 150th subscriber. So what should you do? You should actually tag some friends down there in the comments. Come on, you know you want to do that. Tag some friends, or I'm on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Italy Vintage Perfume, same name. I'd love you to go and follow me also on Instagram, and I'll follow you back and see what you're sharing. So I have to recommend this book. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so that's the giveaway. And then further along, when we reach 150, I have a beautiful giveaway of Maboussine, this beautiful Maboussine Elixir, which is a whole gift set, Perle, from Paris, with the beautiful perfume. So those are the news. Those are the giveaways. I so love being with you again on this gorgeous evening here in Italy. And what do you say, you two? Mira says she never thought about that she could, just have one perfume house and that would cover everything. Let me see what other questions. Now I want them all. Well, the thing is the white one sold. The thing is that they're so affordable. I mean, that's how I started. I literally, I've said this before. I've told the story before. I had about 4 perfumes in my life for so many years. And suddenly when lockdown came, I bought 2 little perfumes at the counter on a shopping trip. And then, I don't know, it sort of started me doing some research and I found these, and these were some of the first. These 5 perfumes, now 6 of the Pearl line, were the first. Thank you, Amanda. See you next time. Take care. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave me a comment. See you again. Bye from Italy. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for my live audience. And don't forget on Friday's edition is Oriental Perfumes. See you then, midnight. You American audience. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me, Miss Williams. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody that joined me tonight. Bye if I didn't get to you. Bye. Bye from Italy. Bye. Enjoy your perfume. Enjoy your perfume.